Jacob DeJesus setting up on the goal line. And that kick will go into the end zone for a touchback. And so the Bears offense comes out on the field with the true freshman quarterback you were just talking about
in this Cal Bears football program.
A 4-1 Cal team coming off an inspired come-from-behind win on the road last week. They handed off on the first play from scrimmage tonight. Second down and long. Bears have been slow starters of late, trying to get off to a better start. Sagapolutele just zips one in there. Man, his first pass of the night was perfectly delivered. Facing a 3rd down and 2 with their outstanding young quarterback who swings it out left side to DeJesus, who's been very active in the offense early, and that's another Cal first down. Matchup in this game tonight, and 2 undefeated teams in conference play. There's a completion to the tight end who's become a big-time playmaker, Mason Minnie, all the way inside the Duke 30.
Mason Minnie keeps coming up big for this Cal Bear offense through the first month of the season. You're going to see play action by JKS.
5 straight completions for Sagapolutele to start this game. He completes another one in a lot of traffic. That was dangerous to his running back, Raphael. And Bradley Gomper's in on the tackle. Gomper's wearing number 20 in the ACC. And these 2 teams are positioned to have a really good year. This is a big game on both sides. Sagapolutele somehow got that one between 2 defenders. Tron Grizel with the catch. Another beautiful pass from the freshman.
Well, it all gets started by a great blitz pickup by the running back, Kendrick Raphael. And then look at this throw. This is into a cover 2 zone. A lot of eye candy to this Duke defense right now.
And they ran the ball on the first play of the drive. And since then, it's been all through the air. They run it for a second time. And a really nice run. It was 1st and 5, and they get just enough for a first down. So now it's
reigns of that position.
Under center for the 1st and goal snap. And they'll hand it off to Raphael. Stutter step move. He had nowhere to go. Just fought to get back to the line of scrimmage. VJ Anthony. Half-minute drive already to start this game. Play fake. Sagapolutele surveying. Throws. Caught. Touchdown. Jordan King, who started to make some plays in the pass game. Now there is a penalty flag in the backfield area. So Cal marches right down the field, and Sagapolutele on 2nd and goal finds his man.
I'm really anxious to see what he does tonight against a great Cal defense.
And as a collegiate player, this is the closest to home that he has ever played.
I kind of like 2nd and 22.
Mensah in the pocket, 4-man rush. Mensah's going to try to escape, and he can't. He goes down. Cal with the pass rush gets to the quarterback, Jaden Wayne, who's having to play a lot. Ryan McCullough's out for the year. TJ Bush was there as well.
Well, I really want you to
7-0 Cal, getting the ball for the 2nd time after a very impressive first drive. Sagapolutele is going to play fake, go down the left sideline. Grizel, and he goes up and catches it.
All year, he is winning these 50-50 balls for his young true freshman quarterback, and he has a height advantage in this situation. This is 6'4" working on 5'10" Kamari Robinson, number 5 right there for Duke.
Raphael alongside his quarterback, who stands in the pocket across the middle. A huge hit, but Jordan King hangs onto the ball, and here comes the flag, and maybe they're going to look at targeting for this one.
And for Jordan King to hold on to this football, Duke elects to bring pressure. You see number 2 Francois coming off the edge. With the location of that throw, and then you see King is certainly a defenseless receiver at this point. There's crown, there's forcible contact to the head and neck area. This is clear-cut targeting, and unfortunately for Duke, they can't afford to lose another linebacker, but I think that's what's going to happen here with Bradley Gompers.
I mean, it's an amazing catch, by the way, as you pointed out. Jordan King, just incredible courage and concentration, but that's got to be targeted. Duke hustling defensive players at the last moment onto the field. They don't look particularly organized for this play. Under center, they're going to pitch it to Raphael. Gets a block. Touchdown, Cal. By Cal.
Yeah, beautiful job by the 2 tight ends on the edge, Minnie and Johnson. Getting Raphael outside. The thing that's impressed me most is his decision making, knowing when to push it down the field and when to check it down underneath.
A missed tackle out in the open for Cal, so that springs. We enjoyed talking to him yesterday. He's really excited to be close to home. He completes his second pass to start the drive to Cooper Barkate. That was kind of his #1 target last week.
This offense led by Jonathan Brewer is getting the Blue Devils going.
They'll hand it off to their true freshman running back, Nate Sheppard, who is an emerging star for Duke. He's got a chance to
catch Cal off guard.
You got the big power back in the backfield, Castle. They play fake it to him. They are taking that shot, and a perfect pass down the field for a completion and a Duke first down. That's Jake Taylor, the tight end. Good call.
Well, it's all set up by the hard play action. Keep an eye at 15 right in the middle of your screen. Having to test their depth right now on defense.
Second down to 10. Play fake Mensah. And that one is complete. He had a man open, and he found Brown.
You see Duke hurrying up to the line of scrimmage, wanting to keep this tempo up. Great execution.
They have Cal out of sync, and Sheppard turns the corner. Touchdown, Duke. You see the burst from the true freshman.
Watch what TJ Bush does. He dives inside, and he loses containment. There's no edge player setting this edge for Cal, and with Sheppard's speed, all he needs is a half a second to capture that edge, and he's gone. We've been talking about the true freshman quarterback Sagapolutele for Cal. This true freshman running back for the Blue Devils, Nate Sheppard, the get-go. Even week 1 in that football game against Elon, he blocked a punt. So he's been making plays on special teams, buying his time. He's now earned the starting role, and he's not looking back.
The Jesus return man gets swallowed up, and the ball might have come out. Texas Tech, they look really good. Everybody else, I mean, it is a jumble. Sort of feels like the ACC, where you got Miami and what Miami's done in the early season. Although
I think it's clear that Miami's at the top, and then you start saying, well, who's next? Is it Virginia? Is it Georgia Tech? Is it one of these two teams here tonight? It's going to be fun to watch.
Sagapolutele just a little bit behind, but a nice catch from
where you have a chance to kind of take over a game as a defensive front.
Duke loves to bring pressure. They do bring an extra rusher. Sagapolutele dissects the defense and finds Jordan King for another catch, and that is a Cal first down, gain of 10.
In a sling, but I'll tell you, defensive coordinator Jonathan Padkey is also a position coach for the linebackers on the sideline. He's been extremely engaged on the iPad and talking to those guys.
Sagapolutele, what a pass off his back foot. He was just buying time, backpedaling, and enough arm strength to find DeJesus.
To his team coming into this game was find more explosive plays down the field. And I'd say early on in this football game, this Cal offense has certainly answered that call. Excellent pocket movement by JKS, and then DeJesus showing off that speed coming all the way.
You want to get back to throwing the ball around.
Yeah, Cal fans can breathe a sigh of relief.
He's going to hand it off here. Raphael, some tough running, still going with some help from his offensive lineman, still pushing, and he gets down.
Because, like you said, they can pick up a first down here.
They will. Raphael stretches. That's, in fact, Johnson, and it's a touchdown. Now 80 yards.
Well, this is an offense hitting on all cylinders, but I want you to see what the center does and how he works up here on right in the middle of your screen. Lays an excellent block. This is Tyson Ruffins, the Nevada transfer. Played guard his entire career until this year. First-year center, just does a great job of getting up to that second level and sealing off the linebacker so Raphael could pop the football into the end zone.
What did Justin Wilcox tell us this week?
That doesn't happen if the offensive line is not playing great football. Justin Wilcox has to be thrilled.
That kickoff is going to bounce right around the 5 and returnable for the Blue Devils with a nice opening on special teams. Very good return. Hagens still going outside the 40.
Well, the big one, yeah, it's the time of possession. I'm sure Mensah is just grateful to be back out there on the field.
And he completes a pass, but a big hit. What a play. He doesn't just pick passes off. Zeke Massis, he can tackle too.
Listen, Zeke Massis, he is the real deal. I really think.
3rd and 11 for Duke. Pressure comes. It got picked up. Mensah throws, and it's caught for a first down and more. Barkate takes it back middle and gets tripped up in Cal territory.
All-American leads the ACC in reception yards, does a terrific job winning on 3rd down.
And a nice first down run from Anderson Castle. So that's his first official carry of the night. He's going to get another one here. Left side run and a good cut. He is a north-south runner for sure.
He's been excellent for this Blue Devils program.
So Duke's on the move. This throw is caught again. Another great catch by Barcade. 15 more yards. Mensah hands off to Castle. Inside the 5, down close to the 2.
They don't need to bring an extra safety down for the run game.
Castle. That should be a touchdown. They haven't signaled yet, but he got there, and it is a touchdown. Well, Duke is not going away tonight. Their offense, after a slow start, they have come to play.
Well, just as I was giving that Cal defensive, this is one of 100 examples of why this young man is so special. But that was in the game's biggest moment, fourth quarter comeback, and that is why they won on the road last week against Boston College.
Raphael starting to do some work on the ground, breaking tackles out to midfield. Kendrick Raphael into Duke territory right away. We've seen the explosive plays in the pass game. That's 29 yards on the ground.
Well, Raphael has been fantastic the last couple weeks for the.
That feels like a real problem for the Blue Devils. Sagapolutele in the pocket, going downfield, and it is intercepted. He threw it into double coverage. Intercepted one of those young Duke defenders, bringing it back into Cal territory.
To the night for Jaron-Keawe Sagapolutele, but you got to give a ton of credit to Pelachata playing his eyes and making a huge play for the Blue Devils. That is just one of those moments that the young signal caller has to learn the hard way.
Mensah play fake, and he delivers one to his tight end, and immediately Duke down into Cal territory. Landon King with the catch and run. So the Blue Devils offense is rolling right now.
What a beautiful throw by Mensah right over linebacker number 0.
Duke's got the ball, a chance to tie this game in the second quarter. Mensah going toward the end zone and caught. Perfect pass and catch. Quayshawn Brown. And the Blue Devils are an extra point away.
Yeah, here's the matchup at your bottom of your screen. Like I said, this is Brown on Polidor. This is your fastest wide receiver trying to be covered in man coverage by a safety. He's never going to win this foot race. Like I said, that is an excellent play designed by Jonathan Brewer. Great recognition by the quarterback Mensah to take advantage of that matchup. And that is about as easy as a touchdown throw that you will find against this Cal defense.
Yeah, you watch Jonathan Brewer call plays with his quarterback. They're still getting to know each other, these two, developing chemistry, figuring.
Mensah coming over from Tulane.
Cal gets the ball back. They hand it off. Raphael was swallowed up for a loss. I think Duke sort of could smell that one coming. Aaron Hall in to make the tackle. So Cal got away with one there, although you're right. He knew he could take a chance. Now being pressured, and he's going down. Wes Williams got there after committing the penalty. The sack for a big loss.
We got Shopper and Williams working right here off the edge. That's a true freshman linebacker. And I just mentioned it. That's an honorable mention all ACC Edge Player season ago. Little sack party in the backfield. And that's exactly what this Duke defense needed.
Specialized in that last year under Manny Diaz. Now pressure again. Sagapolutele is going to go down again. Well, it was Elliott Shopper once again, but this time VJ Anthony from the other side. And the Cal offensive line just got blown up on that series.
Well, Anthony and Williams, they're starting to heat up. This is just a three-man rush. Watch both of these edge players and how they go to work here.
Mensah and the Duke offense inside the 40 to start the drive. More big hole. More with a nice carry for a Duke first down. Let's go down to Stormy. Final 2.5 minutes of a very entertaining first half in Berkeley. Just a four-man rush. Mensah throws, and that one's caught. Well, he found a hole, and Brown went up and made another great catch with defenders all around him. First and goal, Duke. It was a heck of a toss.
I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. Watch the location of the throw. He has to back shoulder him to keep him away from the...
Duke gets the ball to start the second half, which is another important factor. Castle Again, pushing. Touchdown, Duke. Wow.
This Duke offensive line is really starting to win the line of scrimmage against a very big and physical Cal defensive front. You got to give a lot of Duke showing pressure.
Pressure comes, and Sagapolutele is on the run. He goes down. Elliott Shopper's having a big first half with all the injuries. The true freshman gets a sack, and now Duke is going to call a timeout.
Backup linebackers would play for Duke. Here's Rivers, the corner. He's going to come off of the edge, and then this is Shopper coming all the way across the field.
Thank you.
And Elliott Shopper, a Max Preps high school All-American a season ago, is stepping in for the injured Trey Freeman and Nick Morris, and he is playing a lights-out second quarter. And right now, this Cal offense, they are just stuck in neutral. They can't get anything going. 3 and out, get you the football here. And Duke with the ball to start the second half. This is a massive opportunity for the Blue Devils.
They'll dump it short, and the freshman running back who's so hard to bring down. It took 2 or 3 different Cal defenders to get Sheppard.
Get inside the 40-yard line to be in field goal range.
Mensah in the pocket, now flushed out of the pocket. He's going to throw. He's got Brown open again, and he'll duck out of bounds inside the Cal 40. Mensah in the pocket, and he's got all the time in the world. That's Brown again with another catch. Took a hit, held on inside the 20. The clock stops as they get ready to set the first down mark.
Keep talking about situational football, and I love this play call. Watch how Brown works all the way across this zone defense. There's only a 3-man rush by this Cal defensive front. So the Duke gives Mensah plenty of time to hold on to this football, because this is a ball holder type play. It takes a while for this play to develop. But Brown works his way across the field. Mensah puts it exactly where he needs to, over the linebacker and safety.
Man in motion. Mensah hands it off. Sheppard broke 1 tackle. He's got to get down. He does. Final play of the first half. Good snap and hold, and a good kick for Polino and Duke. What a finish to the half for the Blue Devils.
Excellent first half, coming off the bench after a couple starting linebackers went down.
Down 2 linebackers, really impressive adjustments. A handoff to the freshman Nate Sheppard. They got some good young talent on this Duke.
And he wants to bring more pressure and continue to get him to the ground if they can.
Good points and good concentration by Stormy. The referee tried to interrupt her as she was giving us all that info.
Big time for this Duke defense, number 31.
Now across the first down mark out to the 20, Kendrick Raphael.
Both those two playing really well inside tonight for the Blue Devils.
Sagapolutele toss left side, and good pursuit from the Duke defense. Man, they read that play all the way. First 3 drives all went for touchdowns. Pressure coming. Sagapolutele scrambling. Looking downfield. He'll throw, and he whistles one in there to his tight end, Minnie, for a first down and more. Mason Minnie, who had the big catch at the end of the game last week, the game-winning catch for a much-needed Cal first down.
I'll tell you what, Mason Minnie keeps coming up so big for this Cal offense. Got to give a lot of credit to Sagapolutele, staying calm in the...
He's turning into a big-time playmaker at that tight end spot. That was 28 yards for the Bears. Now Sagapolutele, quick release to Jesus, got tackled immediately.
Coming in, transferring in from Idaho. What a find by Justin Wilcox, and he's been excellent this year.
Second down and long. Little pump fake. Now the throw is going to be intercepted. He did not see Chandler Rivers, who was just waiting for that one. And the second interception of the night for the Duke defense.
Rivers is showing that he's covering to Jesus. JKS thinks he can get the football over him. Rivers falls off late and makes the young quarterback pay.
Jordan King came in motion. Second down and 8. Sagapolutele pressured immediately, and he tried to get away. As he was going to the ground, he flung it, and I think that is going to count. That graphic just so illustrates what we've been talking about. Sagapolutele in the pocket, and he'll be sacked again. Now that time he had a little more time, just had nowhere to go with the ball. Wesley Williams with the sack, and the Duke defense, especially on the line, has taken over this game.
Well, you said it, Flem. That's a coverage sack. There is just absolutely nowhere to go with this foot.
They would improve to 3-0 in conference play with a win tonight. A quick hitter out to Brown with that burst of speed into Cal territory. Third down, Mensah rolling right. Still rolling, and he'll take the sack, and a huge loss. Luke Farrelly got there, and Mensah, really maybe one of the few mistakes he's made in this game. He did not throw the ball away.
Mistake by a young quarterback. You got to save the field position there. Your coach might want to go for it on fourth down, but now you can't. Here's Farrelly, the other great linebacker, along with Uluwave for the Cal Bears.
22-22, and nobody went home happy. Who likes a tie?
You still think you can get a program for 50 cents?
I don't think so. The Bears, Cal getting organized. Got plenty of time on the play clock. Sagapolutele slings it in there to Mitty, the tight end, and with that extra fight, he does get the first down.
JKS cannot make a bad series worse. He needs to be smart with the football here and allow his punter to change the field position.
Pressure, I mean, it was a two-man rush, and it got to Sagapolutele. He throws it across the middle. Johnson catches, but is tackled short. Basically, we have 100 yards of total offense in the second half combined between the two teams. Another run play, and a bigger hole this time. That's Jaquez Brown straight up the middle. You got Castle in the backfield, and they will give it to him straight ahead. Castle, tough run. That was not an easy yard. So instead of play clock all the way down to 5 before Mensah hands it off to Moore. Off and running Moore inside the 20 down to the 15. Jaquez Moore, don't forget about him. He's played a lot of football for Duke. I know they got the young stud Sheppard. They got the transfer Castle. Moore can still go.
And it all gets set up by a big-time block by the left guard.
Mensah going to the end zone. And Barcade there. Contested. Caught it. Touchdown. What a catch by Cooper Barcade. He had Zeke Massis all over him and came down with the ball.
Well, this is good on good. You're going to see Barcade run a corner route right here. Are absolutely off the charts.
Meanwhile, Sagapolutele, this is the story of the game. The Cal offensive line cannot block Duke. The Duke defense has just destroyed Cal on the offensive line. VJ Anthony. That one tipped and intercepted. Went through the hands of Johnson, and Shopper, who's played a big part for Duke tonight, comes up with the third Blue Devils interception, essentially to put this game away.
The true freshman, Elliott Shopper, is having him
atop the ACC standings. Sheppard gets the carry for Duke. I mean, look,
going to be a team to reckon with in ACC play.
Sheppard hits the big hole, and Sheppard is going to go all the way for a touchdown. Overwhelming Cal here in Berkeley.
This Duke team is impressive right here. I want you to keep an eye on right tackle Brian Parker. What he does here for his running back Nate Sheppard, so impressive. Helps out with the defensive tackle, climbs up to the second level, gets his hands on Cade Uluwave, and Sheppard isn't even touched as he runs for the end zone.
I shorted him. My math just went out the window. I guess my interest in this game waned a little bit. 38 unanswered points for Duke. He threw 3 interceptions, not all on him. Had the incredible start. He was just making one spectacular pass after another.
He's going to be just fine. You know, these are those really tough moments. We all know the talent that the kid has. He's shown it a couple times this year. He'll be just fine, but he's got some big lessons to learn in this game.
Brown throws it right to Duke. So there's the 4th Blue Devils interception. Another turnover. That's Musa Kane. To glory uninterrupted.
This is about as easy as an interception as you can come across. Brown throws it right to Kane.
But they are going to be in a good mood with a bye week coming up next after the long travel, back-to-back road games. Now on 4th down, the quarterback scramble for a first down.
It's butts in the seats, but defense wins championships. And right now, you have a quarterback at Duke that can make any play that you need. You also have a defense playing at a championship level. I can't wait to see what Duke does as they head in